You are doing well. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. While we are waiting on folks to join, Cooped Up is my website. You can visit that anytime. I'm Cooped Up is my handle in all the social places. Would love a follow, especially if you are on the Instagrams and wherever you watch or listen to this, because we are on Facebook, YouTube Live, as well as all of the audio podcast platforms. Be sure you click the bell, subscribe button, whatever, so that you don't miss a second of the fun. With that, let's get rolling. I hope you had as good of a weekend as I did. It was glorious. Glorious, I think, is the word to be used to describe the weather here in Dallas this weekend. Actually, I had my microphone turned around. Hopefully you could hear me just the same. The weather was, we had a cold front blow in. I guess it was Tuesday morning. So Saturday it was still a little bit hot, but on Tuesday morning, the wind blew in, and it was just a glory. The humidity dropped. I think it got into like the 70s. It was wonderful. Hey, Mama, how you doing? And then I'm hoping that the front went south of here as well. I don't know if it did, but it was great. So I will tell you though, all of my plans for yesterday out the window. Anything I had planned to do inside the house, gone. I sat on the front porch, drank water, maybe had a little bit of wine too. I'm kind of falling off the wagon a little bit more than I mean to, but you know how that goes. And then sorry, putting my phone on do not disturb there. Hey Eric, good to see you. But sat on the porch yesterday, read magazines, did some yard work kind of stuff around, little piddly kind of stuff around the house. Moved some pots around. You know, it was just great. I'm a little bit sore today from all of the yard work and all of that kind of stuff. We even went on a bike ride yesterday, y'all. This is how long it has been since we went on a bike ride. Every tire had to be inflated on all four of our bikes. Every tire had to have air put into it. I had to go get a cloth to dust mine off. I have this. So the kids have these great bikes that we got at REI for them. They're kind of like street / mountain bikes. Todd has this kind of real butch mountain bikey looking kind of bike, weighs a gazillion pounds. And then I have got the most ridiculous bike. Of course I do. I've got this, it's called Bianca Vaja. It's an Italian bike. We used to have this bike store down the street. I saw this bike. I loved it. It is intended for very tall people. It is the extra large size. It's almost too tall for me. I have to really throw my leg over it. It's sleek. It's black. It's Italian. It's got brown leather handles that are stitched. It's got a bell, and then bing, bing. Actually, my mother bought this bike for me. She didn't directly buy it for me, but she sent me money, and I used that money to buy the bike. And then it has a wicker basket on the back, like a big basket on the back that I can put stuff in. It's just glorious, but also ridiculous. It's very finicky. The tires are super thin, so they go flat very easily. It's intended for riding, like on streets, just like commuting and stuff, or just once a year like we do. But we did that, and you know, I even got my exercise on. Mason and I walked to breakfast. We walked to Taco Deli. Aaron said a basket up front to hold your fruitcake. It's in the back. I got an extra large one in the back to hold my poodle. It actually is the basket does have a strap on it where you can latch your dog to it so your dog doesn't fall out. I'm not putting one of my dogs in it. But yeah, I actually do have yes, I do have a basket. Now keep in mind, the comments come about 20 seconds after y'all hear me 20 seconds after I say the words. So sometimes things don't sync up exactly right. And then Mason and I walked to Taco Deli, which round trip Taco Deli, I tagged it on my Apple Watch, is a little over 1.5 miles round trip. So did I get it from Bike Oak Cliff? No, I got it from Tawana. I got it from that other one that's not there anymore. It was on Davis Street. It was like White Rock Bike or Lakewood Bike or Garland Street Bike or something like that. I can't remember what it was. It was something. It was from East Dallas, but they had this place here. I got it there. It's now the the arcade that I keep meaning to go to, the pizza and video games place that we keep meaning to go to. I think that's what's there, right in that typo area. But yeah, so we made the best of it. But I had a lot to get done today that was on my to-do list for yesterday, inside stuff, because I just want to sit on the porch. One thing that I did do is on my iPad on the front porch, I started to, so the application periods for private schools is starting to come out here. And some of the earlier ones are starting to open. And I started filling those out yesterday. Here's the funniest thing about those to me. One of the particular applications, I'm not going to name schools or anything like that, but one of the applications had more questions on the application about me and Todd than it did about Mason. Because Mason has to go to a new school next year, in case you don't know what I'm talking about. Because our school only goes through the 8th grade, and Mason is in the 8th grade right now. So we have to go through the application process, but they're like, parent 1, parent 2, names, job titles, where they work, where you went to college, what did you study, did you go to any other colleges, that kind of stuff. Mason, it was like, what's her name? Have they ever flunked anything? Nope. Okay. It cracked me up. It made it. I get why they do it, but at the same time, I was like, can you make it maybe a little less obvious? Like, maybe ask like 20 questions about the kid, even if they're just answers yes or no or A, B, or C or whatever. But yeah, they were not hiding it, and maybe that's the point. Also, I don't know. Cracked me up. This morning, I went out for my walk. And it was honestly chilly. It was chilly this morning when I walked out. I almost turned around and got a little sweatshirt or a long sleeve t-shirt. Ultimately, I did not need it. At about the 2-mile mark this morning, I was sweating pretty bad. And then I've started adding 50 jumping jacks to the end of my walk. So I'll do my 2-mile walk, and then I will stretch. We have some. It looks kind of like prison yard fitness equipment that's in the park across the street. I'll go over there and I'll do my stretches on that, my leg stretches, shoulder stretches, all that kind of stuff. And then I've started doing 50 jumping jacks. I've been doing that for about a week now. I'm telling you, it's a lot easier now. That first time I did the 50 jumping jacks, I thought my belly was going to fall off. If I had titties, they would have been bouncing. And they might have been. And my back, I thought it was going to divorce me. I was in so much like pain doing it, not even afterwards. Like, it physically hurt doing it, but now it's fine. But yeah, and then this morning I get up and I put my Apple Watch on, and it's like, great job. You've had, I think it's 21 days of perfection exercise. And it's like, it's about time a fitness goal. And so it's like, we're moving your move goal, and added like, I was at 680 calories and it moved it to like 790. So like 110 calories a day that I have to burn through movement. I've almost hit that already. So it's not that hard, but I was like, okay, someone's recognizing my hard work. I love that the Apple Watch knows. And the Apple Watch, I don't think it's like a standard move goal, right? Because I know when you set up your fitness app on the Apple Watch, I believe you tell it if you're a man or a woman or somewhere in between. You tell it how tall you are. You tell it how much you weigh. You tell it a bunch of other stuff, age, that sort of stuff. And then it appears to personalize it for you. I don't know if it actually does. Does everyone start at 680? I have no idea. I did. But it upped me to like I think it's 790. No, only 730. It bumped me from 680 to 730. So it was a 50-point jump. But still, I'm 89% of the way there. I've gotten 40 of my 30 minutes, and I've done 10 of my 12 stand goals. I will tell you, though, occasionally I only barely eke by. So Saturday I didn't get as much done as I thought I did, like fitness-wise or whatever, because I am downstairs and I think I fell asleep in the chair or something. I get up and it's like 11:30, and I look at my watch, and my watch says that I have, of the 680 calories I have to hit for movement, burning 680 calories, I had like 670. I was like 10 calories away. And then for my move goal, I was like my exercise goal, I was like 3 minutes away. And the exercise one is the harder one, because you actually have to be exercising for it to recognize it. It's not just folding laundry. It's actually exercising. I tell you, Saturday night at 11:45 at night. I'm staying in my closet doing some Kathy Lee Gifford. In the morning, in the evening, ain't we got fun? I kid you not. I'm literally doing this in my closet, Broadway dancing. I might have been a little tipsy too, but yeah. Hey, Carrie. But yeah, occasionally if I just don't like my stand goal, if I just have like one more stand goal, and I know I'm going to stand up again later, but I just don't want to risk it. I'll just lift my arm up for a little bit, move my arm around. There are ways to trick it. I try not to do that. I promise that I'm trying to stick with the spirit of the fitness and all of that. But occasionally I'm like, common sense kicks in and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stand in a minute anyway. I just don't want to do it this hour, but I don't want to lose this hour just in case something happens. Just wave my arm around. Good for you because you got the perfect week award. I think it's the third week in a row I've gotten the perfect week. Carrie, I think I'm doing pretty well. Let's see what I think I have awards even. What does it say? Well, Carrie, you did well today, didn't you? Let me see. What does it say you are? Yeah, you're at 100%, 10% of your goals. All you have left to close is your stand goals. I'm almost there. I'm at 90%. And then what do I have for awards? I have September challenge. I have 12 of my 15 days, and it is only September 12th. So I will definitely hit that. And then other awards. I've got these little silly awards too. They do things like National Parks Day, you get a special badge, all that kind of stuff. Carrie's saying, "Oh, the trick to the stand goal all the time." Oh, I trick the stand goal all the time because sometimes I'll stand up 4 minutes in an hour and it only counts it once. Yes. What I don't like, or sometimes I do, if I wake up, and I'm sure y'all do this too. If I wake up at like 7:45 in the morning, and I know it counts the stand goal, it counts it once, and it counts it per hour. It's based on hour. It's not how many times you stand. It's based on how many hours of the day you have had a stand for at least a few minutes, like 3 to 5 minutes or something like that. But if I know that I've got like 5 minutes left in the hour and I've just woken up, I'll get up and throw my watch on and walk around for a minute just so I get that first one out of the way. Little pro tip, follow me for more fitness tips. On that same general topic, but not as upbeat and optimistic, this week, so Black Tie Dinner is in 11 days, 12 days, something like that. It's a week from Saturday. So whatever the math is on that, 12 days, I think. So I was like, okay, well, shit, I got to get I don't want to have a repeat of years past where I do it a few days before and then like, oh, girl, this ain't going to work. So I tried on my tux. And by the way, this is a tuxedo that I bought. I had fitted for me in, I'd say like October, November 2019. So right before the pandemic, it was the last fall social season before the pandemic, and it had to go a little bit bigger. And it's a Hugo Boss tuxedo. Got it at Nordstrom. It is great. But I tried it on, and I will tell you, saying that it closed, technicality. Saying that the pants close is a technicality. Technically, they closed. Neither of us are going to be happy about it. Neither of us would last the whole night. Let's just put it that way. The pants nor I would survive in the night with the situation. So I'm like, fuck. And so they're closing. So it means I just need to shave maybe half an inch off, right? Just to get them at least a little bit comfortable. I text Eric, and Eric is like, oh, girl, you have a choice to make. You're getting real close. You have a choice. Do you commit to losing that little bit of weight? Can you lose 5 pounds in the next 2 weeks? Can you drop your waist size just a little bit for 2 weeks? I was like, or do you want to go buy some new shit? And I'm like, okay, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to try to lose the 5 pounds. Also, I may have an order of Spanx on the way, and I have multiple pieces of Spanx on the way. I'll tell you about that in a second. Carrie realized, oh my God, Black Tie Dinner is next weekend. It's a week from Saturday. It's not this weekend. It is the following weekend. So it's the next weekend. Yes. Whatever the math is on that. Risk it for the biscuit. Actually, risk it. Don't eat the biscuit. Oh, and you have faith in me. Thank you. That's so sweet. Uh, Carrie is saying rubber band, hair tie, and the button loop time. I know. I mean, that may be the backup. So I went to uh, Spanx.com and I went through Rakuten. If you don't use Rakuten, you get cash back. So I'm like, if I want to buy this shit, at least I'm gonna get my 6% back or whatever the percentage back was on it. Uh, so I went and so Spanx, by the way, is the number one selling brand of men's undergarments. I don't know that most people realize that, but it is true. And they have a couple of different varieties. And I have a pair of Spanx from a million years ago that Todd wears now. I think that they might be too small for me now, even. I think they're a medium, and I've had to gravitate towards a large. But also don't want to be, I'm not trying to be, you know. What the hell was that? I'm trying to just be presentable. I'm trying to rein some shit in, mostly from tits to hips, basically. And I've been doing push-ups. I've already tell you, I've been doing like 10 push-ups a day, and I'm starting to see a little bulge right here. Unfortunately, it looks like a top boob, and then I still got the bottom boob right there. But it's starting to kind of come to shape a little bit. I do not hate this fitness thing as much as I thought I would. Anyway, so I ordered Spanx. And here's the thing I do not. So I ordered the tank top version. So I have some old ones, and it is a crew neck t-shirt version. Last time I wore that thing, I thought I was going to die of dehydration because I sweat so much in it. And I swear it was squeezing everything. If I took a drink, it just came out. It was like a Betsy Wetsy doll, right? I was like, certainly they have improved the material. Certainly they have made it less hot, all of that kind of stuff. I am hopeful about this. I asked my team at work today, because we talk about everything. I asked them about it. It's all women. And they were like, oh, Spanx in the last 5 years have gotten better. The materials have gotten lighter. They've gotten more breathable, all that kind of stuff. So I'm got my fingers crossed. I ordered the tank top version because I was like, okay, I want more flesh showing so that I'm not cooking up here. I don't need to lose weight in my arms. And I don't want it showing. I don't know if I'm going to wear something like this, or I'm still figuring out this whole situation. I may go without a tie. I may go with the shirt and maybe some sort of flourish here or something like that. TBD. But so still figuring that part out. But I was like, okay, so I'm going with the tank top version. I ordered it in black and I ordered it in white because I don't know if I'm going to wear a white shirt or if I'm going to wear a black shirt. So I ordered both. Fortunately, they have a very generous return policy. I plan to return whichever one I don't wear at all. And then they have a policy that if you wear it and you wash it and you don't like it, you have, I think it was 100 days or something like that to turn it back in. I'm like, maybe doing that because shit's expensive, y'all. Two pairs of Spanx was, I think it was $130 for two tank tops. Spanx tank tops, $130. But if it fits me in and maybe it gives me a little boost. So they have 3 levels. I don't know how much y'all know about Spanx for men, all you little skinny bitches and whatever. Spanx for men, they have a ultra, I have it written down, ultra support, I think is what it's called, which is the one I bought, which sucks you in, pushes things up, moves things where there's like, get over there, you get over there, you know. And I think it's like scaffolding basically, right? Then they have one that's just called support, which is medium compression. Medium compression means it just smooths you out. I think I probably need more than that. In hindsight, I'm kind of wishing I ordered that as well, and I may still, just as a backup, because lately I have started ordering like 4 of everything, and then it'll come, and then I'll choose what I like, and I'll send back the rest. That is my MO lately. I did it with tennis shoes the other day. I've done it with all kinds of stuff. But here's what blows my mind. Spanx makes a men's lines of t-shirts and tank tops and all that stuff, and even socks that have no compression whatsoever. It's called like their comfort line or something like that. It's just a fucking t-shirt. I'm like, why would you go to Spanx for your t-shirt or your socks even? Like, to me, I'm already getting a ding to the ego, not obviously enough to not talk about it, but a ding to the ego by the mere fact that Spanx is on my credit card bill, that I'm going to be having it on my body, that I'm going to have an extra pair in the waiting. Like, this is already like ding, ding, ding to my ego. I certainly don't want to be putting on Spanx for fun. I mean, do y'all know anything? And maybe that's, who knows? Maybe they're really good quality. I have no idea, but I'm just saying, that is not for me. But yeah, so Spanx are on their way. And then what else do I have on my list? Oh, so Eric is saying I couldn't do all that extra ordering. I never get the things I didn't like sent back. So I've gotten very good at it. Here is the key. So Amazon and all of them make it very easy, first of all. So I order, the hard thing for me is saying, oh, I'll just keep all of them. Because once they're in my house, like I ordered 3 pairs of shoes the other day. I like 2 of the colors. I kept one. I almost kept the second one. And I was one I just did not like at all. Sent it back. But Amazon makes it so easy. And so you don't even have to package them up. Like you just take them to the UPS store and they send you this like QR code. You just walk into any UPS store. It has to be in like an actual UPS store. Walk it. You give them the stuff. You show them the QR code. They scan it and it's done. And by the time usually you get home, you have the refund already. So it's super easy. And I think you have 30 days to do it. And so I just put it by the door or in our little mudroom area. I try to do it pretty quickly because otherwise, for me, if it lingers a week, it's going to linger a month. If I can get it gone in a week, I'm good. But it sometimes takes a lot longer than that. But I've got it down. There's a UPS store here just across the river from our house that I go to. Occasionally you can do it. Like if I know I'm going to be down by this, like you ship it, Oak Cliff Print, which is a UPS drop spot, but you can't do the returns there like that. I will do the option where you just print out the piece of paper and then put them back in their own box, throw a piece of tape over it and take that in and they do it. So, and Sandy is saying, I take my Amazon refunds to Kohl's by my house. I've heard that you can do that. And I've heard that they actually give you, if you take, so Kohl's accepts Amazon returns. I've heard that you, don't you get like a 20% off coupon, but then you end up spending more, and I don't want to do that. So Kohl's would be bad news for me. The other thing is there are a lot of like Dropbox, like I think most Whole Foods have these boxes where you just stuff the stuff in, you type in a code, and I don't even think you have to box it or package it up. I think you just put like the shoes in it or whatever. So for Amazon, it's easy. Zappos is owned by Amazon, so it's pretty much the same process. You just take it to the UPS store or whatever. So UPS just across the riverbed. Yes. It's like on an adventure. I'll put my adventurer hat on. John Smith crossing the ocean to get to Pocahontas. So yeah, but my issue is I do the extra ordering and then I fall in love with too many things, which is why I'm pretty sure they don't mind that I returned a bunch of stuff. And then I felt really, so let's go from feeling fat to feeling old. Today I was at my office and I have a TV I don't have a TV here in this office, but at my actual office, in my office, in the office, I have a television and I can stream stuff on there. So I have my DirecTV Stream account set up on that, and DirecTV Stream or Direct Stream is like the streaming version of DirecTV. We don't have the satellite anymore. We just have the streaming because I still like to be able to cruise the channels. I am not, as far as like cutting the cable and stuff, I still want my local channels. I still want to be able to cruise. I still want to be able to find QVC. Like, I love some QVC. So I will go to that. Todd never, ever goes to the direct stream. I go to it as my first option just to see what's on because I still like to surf the channels. But so I went and I wanted some music in my office. And usually I turn on just YouTube and I just switch it to music videos and it just plays music videos and such. But today, for some reason, I was like, I want to see if DirecTV, if there are music channels on that. There used to be, like on the actual like DirecTV. Well, DirectStream does not have the music streaming channels, the streaming music channels. However, if you go all the way to the bottom of the guide, the very last channel is a channel called MTV Live. And MTV Live is it's like old school MTV. It's just music videos. It doesn't have Snooki on it. It doesn't have any shows. Because neither VH1 or MTV or CMT or any of these channels actually show music videos anymore. They all show their own little series or movies or whatever. but MTV Live does. So I turned it on, and the first one was Demi Lovato. I had not heard the song, but I recognized Demi Lovato. I knew she was who she was, generally the song. I think I heard an interview about her or with her on NPR not too long ago where she was talking about this album and the sound of it. So I kind of had some sort of basis in what was going on. And then there was a couple where I was like, I have no idea who you are. And then I got to Saucy Santana. Do y'all know who Saucy Santana is? And the answer to that is no, you do not. Because if you are watching this on Facebook in particular, you are too old to know who the fuck Saucy Santana is. So I am watching this. And so I look up, and I'm not watching it. I have it going, and I kind of look up and look at it. I look up, and Saucy Santana is doing a song that is a heavy sampling of Crazy in Love by Beyonce. It's got that same rhythm. You know, that background rhythm. And he is, so it's this large, well, let me rephrase. I'm using the pronoun. I'm just using the pronoun that I'm choosing to use. I do not know what pronoun this person uses. And if I find out, I will use that pronoun. I'm not trying to assign anything to anybody. Let's just put it that way. But he is this it looks like a short, fat black man with a full beard. So I know biologically he was born a man. I don't know what he is, but he had a full beard. Is Saucy Santana a they? Okay, they. They had a full beard and was in a little pink halter top. And this is a large person, a little halter top, sweatshirt, pink, and those little tiny pink shorts, very like 90s J-Lo. I don't care about the rocks that I got. You know, that kind of very Jenny on the Block. And long ass nails, so kind of big Frida-ish, and all of that. And so was dancing and singing the song called Buddha, 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 Buddha. The lyrics, let's just put it that way, were not profound. But I'm like, who the fuck is this? And I appreciate a gender bend. I love it. I love it. So I'm there for that. And then, because like Harry Styles was on also, and Harry Styles has that Same As It Was video where he's in like a sequined jumper with painted fingernails, but like hugging on this woman and all that kind of stuff. So beautiful video also, very artistic. But the Saucy Santana was at like a pep rally in a gym, just shaking it and twerking it and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I am officially the fuck old. I do not know who Saucy Santana is. So then I got up and I walked into the other room. Our office upstairs has 5 rooms, and we occupy 3 of them with offices, and then 4 of them, and then 1 of them is a storage room. So I walked into 2 of the other rooms that kind of share a doorway. And I was like, and this is where my youngsters are. This is where like the maximum age, I think, and of the ladies that are in those rooms is maybe 26 years old, maybe 27. And I walked in and I said, do y'all know who Saucy Santana is? And all of them were like, nope. I was like, oh, thank the Lord. But Saucy Santana was getting some MTV Lifetime. Granted, it was at 11 o'clock in the morning on the very last channel on direct stream, but still. Do you think Saucy Santana is also spicy? I think Saucy Santana is messy. That is for sure. I bet that's a stain that you cannot get out. Let's see. Okay, that's all my topics. Let me go to the comments real quick and make sure I didn't miss anything. Carrie is saying, very rarely I won't have the UPS or Whole Foods drop option and have to go out to Kohl's at the old Medallion Center. Annoying. I have never not had the UPS option. Ever. Never, ever, ever have I not had that. At worst, I have had where you can print off a UPS label and take it. But I've never not had the option to take it to UPS. Although a UPS worker told me what selection to make to ensure that that never happens. Maybe I'm just doing it right. I do not know. And Eric is saying there is a Kohl's store not far from the school that I've taken Amazon returns to a couple of times. Yes. Is there a special counter or something? My guess is that if you're returning something to Kohl's and they want you in the Kohl's, they want you to go to the very back corner of the store They want you to pass everything that is on sale, because Kohl's is one of those places that you do not ever, ever, it's like JCPenney. Do not ever buy something at the price that is marked. It is either on sale already or it's a minute away from being on sale. But sometimes you're like, ooh, buy one, get for four for free. What? For four for free? What was that? Well, Lado was okay. You're saying, well, Lado was okay, I don't even understand these words. Was the guest rapper on the track vid. Are you talking about the one that I sent you? Because I texted it to Carrie. I was like, who the fuck is this? And she's still on her come up. So it might take Saucy a bit to get on up there. I went to Wikipedia to read about Saucy Santana, because that's what old people do. Let me go to the reference library to see who is this Saucy Santana person. And Saucy used to be a makeup artist and then started performing as well. So, and I am correct. It is at customer service. Thank you, Casey. Hope you're doing well. What else do we have? Let me check in comments. I think I caught everybody. Casey, I thought I saw. Oh, yeah, back to college application or high school. It's like the Common app for college. It is. There is a common like platform that some of them use that you can share logins to and all of that. But they all have different questions. Anyway, as the kids say. Yes, Carrie. Let the children speak. Let the children speak. Okay. Well, with that, I'm going to go. I love you. It's important to know you are loved. I love that you watch this. Thank you so much. I miss you when I don't see you over the weekends. And I should see you tomorrow. I have a board meeting at 6:00 tomorrow. So, and I'm in charge of the board meeting. And so there is a slight chance that I won't be here tomorrow, but I am planning on it. I'm planning on it. Let's just put it that way. We will see how the day goes. But if I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you Wednesday. Carrie, are you going to be here on Wednesday? I don't know what your schedule is lately. But whenever it is, I'll see you at 4:30 for another episode of Cooped Up Live, should I say. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody. And Carrie says she will be here on Wednesday. So we will be cooped up with Carrie on Wednesday. Talk to you later. Bye.